Hello, welcome to our video on how to adapt your questions when your child hasn't understood. Sometimes children find it difficult to understand questions, or they may be struggling to come up with a response to what you're saying. There are things we can do to make it easier for them to understand and respond back. Step 1, allow processing time. Give them time to process what you have shared. So if you're asking them, what did you do at school today? Allow 5 to 10 seconds to give them the chance to process and come up with their answer. Quietly count the seconds in your head. If you're not used to this silence can feel uncomfortable initially, but this is really helping them to understand. Step 2, repeat the question. So try again by repeating the question. What did you do at school today? Watch out for their reaction. If they seem confused or unsure, you may need to rephrase the question or help them with it. Step 3, give them your example and then ask them again. So for example, you could say, oh, today I went to the office and at lunchtime we went to a cafe and I got a ham and cheese croissant. It was really yummy. What did you do at school today? Step 4, make comments instead of questions. So you might say, I see your shoes are muddy. I wonder what you did at school today. This gives your child time to think about what they did and share in a non-pressurized way. They may find it easier to share when you address something specific. Step 5. If you were asking an open question, try changing your question into a closed question. So an open question is where a child needs to reply in their own words, which can be quite hard for children that struggle to express themselves. But a closed question is where a child can reply with a yes or no or one-word answer, which can make it easier. So an example of an open question could be, what have you been doing this morning? An example of a closed question, did you have PE this morning? Step 6. This is where you start off a sentence and leave a pause for your child to fill in the last word. For example, for lunch today you had... Starting off the sentence can sometimes help children to find the right word. Step 7, give forced alternatives, where they choose an option that you've provided. So for example, you might say, did you do basketball or football in PE today? Sometimes it's easier to give a response that we've just heard using an option that's been given to us. This is a good way to provide communication opportunities and to allow them to join in. We have talked about 7 things you can do to adapt your questions to make it easier for your child to understand. These are: allow processing time, repeat the question, give an example, make comments instead of questions, ask closed questions, start off the sentence for your child, and give forced alternatives. This has been our video on adapting questions to help your child to understand. Thank you for watching.